So the second one
Oh,
truly was actually the new rules of real estate, where we took a bunch of popular podcasts like you do, and we made chapters out of those, and that's called the new rules of real estate, and we self-published that one too.
okay. So that one really was repurposing your content. Hey everyone, it's Jen Foster here with the Elite Publishing Podcast. We're really excited today to be interviewing an author, 4 times best-selling author, Chris Prefontaine, and he wrote the book Real Estate on Your Terms and a bunch of other books. So welcome, Chris.
Thank you, thank you. Good, glad to be here.
Tell us, when did you first thought, I want to write a book? Or I should?
Yeah, no, I didn't. Other people said you should, and because I kept voicing my frustration with, in our industry anyway, with the real estate books, the self-help real estate books that were out there, giving you tidbits and not giving you the whole picture. So I'm like, all right, forget it. I'm going to do it. I don't know how, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to tell them everything. I'm going to show them what I did. So that was the spark.
Yeah, I think I read Robert Kiyosaki's book back in the day, and oh yeah, I'm going to do real estate, but it doesn't really tell you how
Right.
or what
Exactly.
to do.
You got to call them, and then you got to do something else, and then you do something else.
So when you wrote the book, how did you write it? Were you a typer? Were you a talker? Like, how did you get the words down on paper?
Yeah, so the answer to this is going to be different than my second one, just live and learn. You've been there. So the first one, I went through Advantage Media, which is now Forbes. And I forget how someone referred me to them. And so what happened is I went to their offices in South Carolina, and they whiteboarded my story. Sideline to that is both of the people who did that interview with me ended up coming in our community because they liked it so much, but it was just because they learned in doing it. But they whiteboarded my story, and they're like, yeah, that's really cool. Here's what it would cost you to write a book with us and do a contract with us. And I didn't realize it was a life, but we did that. The process was helpful because I spoke the chapters interview style to the gentleman that was helping me write it on their staff. So he'd schedule, okay, we're going to talk for an hour and a half this week, an hour and a half next week. And then he'd send me back the draft, and then of course I got to edit it. So that's how the first one got done. That was 2017, and then going into COVID, right before COVID, we said, oh, this needs updating. So we started updating it, and then COVID hit. So it was actually a good thing because we had to update a lot of stuff at the time. So it came out again in 20, the revised edition.
Okay. And then how did you write your second, third, and fourth books?
We were lucky enough we had someone like you guys in-house at the time. We don't anymore, but he was really good, and we self-published Deal Structure Over Time with his help, and then we self-published the Authority book with a group of people. But again, they were more like tuned to what you guys do, to have that skill set in the contacts that you guys have. So I liked that route better. We had a lot more flexibility. We could go fast or slow. We weren't tied to them in the future. So I like that a lot better, frankly, just me personally. I don't know a lot of people like to go to that same company that we went to back then, and we paid whatever we paid in 17. I think it was like 20 something grand. It's 60 or 70 grand now.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Forbes
80.
is higher now.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. So it might be approaching high. The last time I referred someone, they called me back and said, come on, Chris, why'd you do that? I said, I didn't know they charged that much. I would go the self-help route with someone like you guys, self-published route.
Yes. How do you market your book? I know we interviewed you on our other podcast, the Elite Expert Insider, and you talked about giving your book away. What are other marketing strategies you use?
We mostly use the Real Estate on Your Terms. I didn't know this when we wrote it, but we mostly use it for the top of the funnel giveaways like that. Why? Because we just felt like for the package we send out probably cost us 20 something bucks between postage and the 2 books. But we just felt that's the best way to say, in an industry flooded with people marketing to you, get rich quick tomorrow and buy this. It gave us a way to differentiate and say, hey, here's some free stuff. If you like it, great. And if you don't, great. No loss on either side. So we don't go crazy with marketing. We did to get it to Bestselling, right? We went to our database. We went to friends and family, and we hammered it home for the push. But after that, we do mostly lead generation with it. And then it works. And I don't see us stopping that because it's good. The people that read it and respond and want to go further are usually people that are in that constant education mode. And that avatar fits well with the mentoring we do because it takes work.
And they also know, like, and trust you. They've read the book. They understand what you've put in there. And then it's really easy to come and join your community because they know your voice, know what you're talking about.
Oh, I think what you guys are doing is great because it's a major business card. It's like a major authority statement. And I underestimated the power of that, too, when we first did it. And that's just beautiful.
So what are your second, third, and fourth book titles, and what are they about?
The second one is, it's like It's called Deal Structure Overtime. What it means is on YouTube, we have 500 videos, it might be more now, of every week we publish a real deal. Like we just show what we do. But the Deal Structure Overtime took it further. It went behind the curtain and said, let me tell you on those deals what all the nuances are. So it featured a bunch of deals and a bunch of different community members so that people would read it and go, A, I get the 3 payday thing, and B, I get that it doesn't matter where in the country I am because we featured all different people from everywhere. That was the second one. The third one was technically in conjunction, because it was just 4 total, with a group that did the book, and they self-published it. But
a chapter in the book.
Yeah, I did my chapter. But the third one that we did was how to be the authority inside the real estate space. It was like a chicken soup for the soul. Someone did how to be the authority, and then they called me and said, hey, would you do the same thing but in real estate, so that how can they become the authority? And I'm sure somebody did realtor, but I did real estate investing. And that one went very well because it does teach them things like social media, podcasting, book writing, all these things that they can use to become the authority.
Yeah, I love that. I like that you repurposed your content too. Like you have your YouTube videos, you have your books, you have all different ways to talk to people and to spread your message. And
I actually missed one of the books. So the second one truly was actually The New Rules of Real Estate, where we took a bunch of popular podcasts like you do, and we made chapters out of those, and that's called The New Rules of Real Estate, and we self-published that one too.
Okay, so that one really was repurposing your content.
Yes, that's why when you said it, I'm like, bingo, I forgot that one. That was truly the second. The third was the Deal Structure Overtime. The fourth was the authority, and the fifth was that one we did with a group. Yeah.
I tell people all the time, if you have any other content like blogs or YouTube videos or anything that you've been creating and you don't have a book, it's so simple now with AI and all the tools that are out there to repurpose that and put it into a book.
Yeah, way easier than it was then. Yeah.
Yeah, because people consume content differently. Some people like audio, some people read, some people like to watch and visual, right? So there's so many different ways.
You said audio. We did the audiobook for the first book, Real Estate on Your Terms, and I was locked in a sound room for all those chapters, and I never did it again. That was like way harder than I thought it would be. I'd do it, but I wouldn't be the one reading it. It was brilliant.
Yeah, audiobooks are changing. So we've always done audiobooks. We've been in business 10 years. And the first, we would always just say, if people know you and know your face, you should read your own book, right? If they know your voice and know you. But if not, then hire a narrator. But then came AI, right? So about a year and a half ago, we started playing with AI, and Google had an AI one. Now Audible and Amazon both have AI beta. So it reads the book for you. I think Alexa can read your book for you. Any book in your Kindle library, you just say, Alexa, read this book, and say the title, and she'll start reading it. So it sounds pretty good. She's getting better at talking.
You gave me a nugget, because why wouldn't you do that? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm writing that down as we speak.
Any Kindle book you have, if you have the Dot or the Echo, you can just ask Alexa. Or I like to download the Alexa app on my phone. Then you just hit the microphone on the app and say, read the book, and say the title of the book, and she'll read it to you. But the new way, and the way that we've been doing it for the last probably 8 months or so, 6 months or so, is to have AI read it in your voice. So we actually get a sample of your voice, and we have AI copy your voice. I think it's Dan Sullivan has the last 5 books he did, an audiobook are AI. And you can't tell if you go listen to the previews on Amazon. You can't tell. It sounds like
crazy effective, but crazy scary.
Yeah, it is a little crazy scary. But you do have to verify your voice. You can't just, we were doing it and we're like, oh yeah, you can't just choose Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice and put it in. You can't do that. You have to verify it to be able to publish it as a book, an audiobook. But it's fun, different ways to do it.
Yeah, that's neat. Thank you for the nugget.
Tell us one last thing. If you could tell an author the number one thing that you would do again when you were publishing a book, what would you do?
First of all, just get started, because I was intimidated by it, and the life it has and the return on investment it has is you can't put a price tag. So whether it's doing a contract with you to have you guys help or whatever it is, it's insignificant compared to what you'll get out of it.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris, for being on the show.
Thank you.
Tell them about your podcast and where they can go to buy your books.
Yeah, smartrealestatecoach.com. The book's on Amazon, but I can give the same link if you'd like.
Sure.
That we gave you. Yeah, the listeners, we'll give it for free, and we'll ship it, no shipping charge. wickedsmartbooks.com/elite expert. If nothing else, if you're interested in doing your own book, you'll see how that funnel works for you to get that for free.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris, for being on the show.
Thank
If
you.
you like this podcast, please share and subscribe and let your friends know so they can watch it or listen to it as well. We'll talk to you guys soon.
If you want to write a book and become a best-selling author, you're in the right place. At Elite Online Publishing, we can help you create, publish, and market your book so that it becomes a #1 bestseller. We work with a limited number of authors to ensure that they receive the best possible service. So if you want to learn how to write and publish a book that will empower you to smartly grow your brand, business, and credibility, apply today. We look forward to working with you.